Welcome back to the channel, everybody. How you guys doing? Today I am, well, if you guys watched the last video, which was like 2 days ago, that's the one we uploaded with Mrs. K. She did her first ride out on the Zero, her Zero. So I am on her Zero, and gosh darn, it's such an amazing bike. So she went out for the first ride, which is basically like hours before this ride, but this video is going to be uploaded in like 2 days because I don't have the time to edit all this. But the Zero, so she's like, okay babe, can you take the bike out and talk a little bit more about it, like as far as, you know, sport mode. So if you watch her video, she rode on eco mode. I'm gonna ride this one on the sport mode, and I'll tell you right now, this bike is insane. So, holy crikey, jeez. Oh, this bike is too much fun. Alright, so yeah, this bike is a ridiculous amount of fun. This is the Zero S, 7.2 kilowatt hour battery. That's what she has here, and it's plenty. I know she's going to be doing a lot of she did say she's going to do a lot of videos with regards to this bike in terms of the range tests and all that fun stuff. For the kind of, holy moly, it's so cold, man. It's like 6 degrees outside and it's windy. Okay, anyway, so she's gonna be doing all the like crazy videos and stuff like that. I'll jump in once in a while if she's gonna ask me to do any specific types of videos. But I mean, look, no clutch, no nothing, and I can just use the back brake to brake the whole bike, which is really cool because I don't need to have a clutch to, you know, to come to a stop. I just, you know, no worries. I don't have to put it in neutral. I don't have to do anything. I mean, it's, okay. I have to admit, like for hardcore riders and some of the seasoned riders, not having the clutch and going through the gears, I can see where they're not going to be, you know, attracted to this bike. But I'll tell you right now, it's unbelievably fun, and it is a very fun bike. The damn torque is absolutely insane. Holy smokes, this thing is fast. And so yeah, I mean, there is always going to be a question, like for her, because she has it in eco mode, it doesn't give out the same amount of power, so you can limit it. And of course there's a custom mode too, but again, she's going to go through all that stuff in future videos, so you can really play with this bike and adjust what suits you best based on your skill and your type of riding and what you need. I just can't get over the fact that I can, like, I don't know, this is way too much fun. But yeah, so she's got a ton of torque. That goes without saying. That's one of the beautiful things about these bikes. But yeah, did I just do the whole jeez, I'm such a rookie. It brings you can get up to speed, and if you need to pass, I mean, here you guys go. Jeez. Wow, this bike is insane. I mean, like I said, I am on sport mode, and she does have regen, so it's kind of nice because with the regenerative braking, you're kind of putting back more power into this thing. Now, very flickable. I mean, it's so easy to maneuver this bike. It's absolutely nuts. I mean, holy smokes. The power you have with this bike is just ridiculous. It really is. I mean, I know that there's a lot of bikes out there that are powerful bikes, and the brakes are awesome too. There's a lot of bikes out there that are very powerful bikes, obviously, but this thing is just, that instant power is, man, oh man, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It really is. I love this bike. When I did take it for a test ride before, I was obviously a lot more gentle with it. It's not like, I don't like to push bikes that's not mine, obviously. And so when we went out, when I did it with Daytona Motorsports, they let me take this Zero out. I believe it was last year, and so I tested it out. I really wanted to see how the bike handles, and I loved it then, and I'll tell you right now that I get to kind of play with this one a little bit, I love it right now. It's ridiculous what this bike is capable of doing. It's just ridiculous. That's really what it is. It's crazy in one way because you're just thinking like, it's an electric bike. It makes no sound. In fact, I guarantee you, like if I stop talking, I'm gonna stop talking for like 10 seconds, and of course there's gonna be some wind noise, but aside from that, I want you guys to hear it. See what I mean? Nothing. Ooh, Tesla. So yeah, I mean, so it's a different beast. It's a whole different beast altogether. And the fact that you can just come to a stop and just let go of the bars, it's really a ton of fun without having to go into neutral. Now on my bike, I do have it. I am very adjusted to like pushing it into neutral long before I come to the stop. It's not a big deal, but this, you don't have to worry about it. That light turns green, I am gone. See what I mean? Oh my god, and like it's absolutely insane. And so for me, I think this is the kind of bike that for people who get this thing, they do have to be severely careful. I am very proud of Mrs. K because she's starting out on eco. She's starting out nice and slow. She's being more she's basically going to be adjusting the power on this bike based on how she feels comfortable and where her comfort level lies. And that's really what you need to do with this kind of bike, because otherwise, I'm telling you, like, oh jeez, the torque on this bike is just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. The 0 to 60, I think it's 0 to 60 miles an hour. I think that's something like 4.8 seconds or something like that, or maybe even less. I can't remember, but unbelievable. So I mean, what am I doing now? So like, let's do a rolling from drop down a little bit. Hey, that's not a Tesla. Wow. See? Okay, there's a Tesla here, a Tesla there, and another Tesla's coming my way. And people are like, oh, there's no demand for electric vehicles. Yes, there is. Alright, so 23, let's see. Jeez! Like, you see what I mean? It's just insane. But, so she came through this area, I know that. Man, it's so fun to play with this bike. And these are cold tires. I probably shouldn't be messing around too much on these cold tires, but oh my goodness. Wow. Like, I mean, it's just so much fun messing with this bike. She just responds to everything you want. It's effortless. It's literally effortless to do whatever you want. That's it. To me, these are the amazing things. You know, when you see a motorcycle comes out, for me, lots of the bikes, they're almost all the same. They're all built the same way, more or less. But this thing, I mean, this thing is just insane. Oh my goodness, look at this turn. Just gets in there and goes. And coming out of the turn, it's like, I would love to see like a actual like racetrack with nothing but zeros, the competitiveness, because I get the feeling these bikes would be just a ton of fun to watch. Although they would be very quiet, I don't know how much fun that would be, but I mean, as for just the pure performance of these bikes, it's insane. What the wow, it's amazing. It really is. I can't tell you guys how the experience is. But I mean, this is the first time I've taken it out, like I said, in over a year. The last time I took it out was when I did a review, but I didn't push her through this extent. And again, like right now, it's regenerating. Like because I'm off the throttle, it's slowing down the bike a little bit. It's just regenerating, like the engine brake, and she's able to really handle herself so well. Gives you so much control of the bike. And the regen, it works really well, because when you're regenning, basically your engine braking, for all of you guys who don't know what that means, it basically just pumps back a ton of power right back. Well, not a ton. Like, obviously it's not like crazy as some of the more crazy electric vehicles out there, but it doesn't have to be, right? Man, the get up and go. The get up and go on this bike, it's just shocking, man. It really is. Wow, the braking is very amazing. This is just incredible. It's I'll tell you guys, like, this bike is ruining the Ninja 650 for me, man. Holy smokes, I could go on forever with this. Now, on that same note, yes, I know a lot of people ask about range and range anxiety, but here's the thing: this bike is perfect in my opinion. Like, for example, for Mrs. K, because she's doing this kind of stuff, like, she's a local rider, she doesn't do God knows what, like, long trips, maybe once in a blue moon, but you can do a very nice, decent sized trip with this bike and you're not going to have any problems. It's absolutely amazing to me. Like, now, like, you know, I know that I'm going to be coming to a stop, right? So all I did is I'm rolling off the throttle a little bit, and as I'm doing that, I'm not really using power right now. I'm still using a little bit to maintain my speed, but yeah, it's crazy. I mean, this bike, obviously I'm still braking it. She still needs to brake it in. Like, the suspension is a little bit stiff. I know that's going to loosen up after a little while. I mean, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, it's only got what 47 kilometers on this motorcycle right now. So it's not like she has a lot of 48 now. So 48 kilometers is nothing. You don't have a chance to break in the bike really. So it's very interesting. It's gonna be fun to watch the future videos with you know, Mrs. K doing her thing. Like I said, if this is her bike, so if she wants me to take it out, I'll be more than happy to take it out here and there and give it a test. Oh my goodness, this is so nimble. Oh wow, this is very, very nimble. I mean, the Ninja 300s, so if you guys want to know how nimble this is, if you think the Ninja 300 is nimble, you are it's basically way more nimble than the Ninja 300. And I always said the Ninja 300 is a stupid nimble bike. This one is much more nimble. All right, let her loose a little bit. Let's see. Well, I don't have a chance to let her loose too much, but there you go. I mean, it doesn't take much. That's the beauty. Like, it doesn't take almost anything to get this bike up to speed. It's nuts. But if you're just cruising, like right now, I'm just chilling out, cruising. It's taking almost no power at all. Like, the power and you know, all the bars and everything. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's like little bars there, and it shows you, like, you know, how much power and how much torque you're using up and all that stuff. It's like one bar right now. It's like basically nothing. And now as I let off, it actually puts, now it's showing the regen right there, that it's putting power back into the battery. So yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know what's the best way to put it, but it's absolutely ridiculous. I think is the best way to really explain what these bikes are capable of. And like I said, Mrs. K for sure is going to be doing a ton of videos with regards to range. Yeah, she's going to be, I know she's going through a lot, like she's making a plan on all the things she wants to actually do. Range, charge times, distance on charge. I think she even showed you guys last video, well, I know she did, like the little compartment. Where you guys saw the little compartment last video. If you haven't seen it, go back and check out that video. But so there's a little compartment beside the battery. Now that's a place for a second battery if you want it. And if you want a second battery, you're basically extending your range. That's really almost doubling it. So right now she's more than capable of doing what she needs, her daily drive, but nevertheless she can actually punch that up a lot more. I think that's like a $3,000 option for that battery if you want to buy it after the fact. But I know with this bike she opted for the quick charger, the fast charger. The fast charger is actually ridiculous. It's basically a level 2 charger that's like right here, see? You just plug it in there and you're good to go. And these are the level 2s. This is the kind of stuff you see around like your outside your McDonald's and outside your Starbucks and, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's a great, that's something that she'll find almost anywhere she goes. They're in like huge abundance. I think they're kind of useless for long range cars. Oh my gosh, this thing goes. Holy. It's incredible to me. It really is. I mean, I know my bike goes and it's just nuts. Wow. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to see that there's a bike out here that, you know, that you can have so much fun with this thing, just messing around with it. But going from point A to point B, I'll tell you guys, like right now, today is a really cold day. Like I said, it's about 6 degrees, pretty decent winds outside right now too. And normally battery packs, be it a car or the motorcycle, they're not really doing that good when it comes to cold weather. No battery ever does. Try leaving your phone outside, you know, on your table or whatever on your balcony for like half an hour when it's a really cold day. You're going to drain the battery a lot faster. So no battery will ever react fast all that well when it's a cold day, and today is absolutely freezing, and the performance of the bike has no impact on, is not impacted at all. Range might be impacted a little bit. I would say you're probably going to lose a little bit of range, but you know, it's not the end of the world. It's just, it's not a big deal. But this bike is stable. I mean, just, this bike is stable. I remember I said that the first time when I rode this bike, when I was doing a test ride on it, the review. It's unbelievable how, man, the brakes are so darn good on this thing too. It's unbelievable how stable this bike is. Quick, lots of torque, tons of torque, and enough power to you know, allow you to really have a ton of fun. Much more nimble than a Ninja 300, I can tell you guys that right now. Oh my god, and it's just a flick of the wrist and you're gone. Look at that, unbelievable. So yeah, I mean, I can see a lot of if there's a new rider that gets on this bike, puts it on sport, I can see them getting themselves into trouble. So yeah. All right, anyway guys, this video is way longer than I intended, but I just wanted to guys, you know, just to give you guys a little bit. Plus, Mrs. K told me to get out here and make this video for you guys because she's not ready to go into sport mode. I don't blame her, and I know she's gonna make it into that mode later, but not right now. So I'm doing this for Mrs. K, and of course I am not gonna complain anytime she wants me to take this bike out. And by the way, she named this bike Bella. I love the name. It really matches her personality. Okay, goodbye. Thank you everybody. Till next time, don't forget to love, ride, explore. Bye bye.